Do you know what it's like to have a near-death experience? Does it hurt? Do we see the spiritual world? Do you know how it happens and when it happens? Well, if you are interested, sit down, because in this video, I will answer all these questions. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Near-death experiences, NDEs, refer to experiences lived by people who have been on the brink of death or faced extremely life-threatening situations. These experiences often involve a series of phenomena and sensations that individuals describe upon returning to consciousness. Many people who report NDEs describe a feeling of deep peace and the absence of pain. This sensation often contrasts with the physical suffering they may be experiencing at the critical moment. Some people claim to have an out-of-body experience, where they perceive their own body and the environment around them from an external perspective. This sensation is often associated with the sight of doctors, nurses, or other details in the hospital environment. Many accounts of NDEs include descriptions of traveling through a tunnel toward a bright light. This symbolic image is one of the most common characteristics associated with these experiences. Some people report encountering deceased loved ones, religious figures, or spiritual beings during their NDEs. These encounters often have a significant emotional impact on the people going through the experience. Some NDEs include a quick or detailed review of the person's life. They report seeing significant moments in their existence and sometimes experience personal judgment or a deep understanding of their actions. Many reports include the feeling of having a choice to return to life or remain in the afterlife state. Some individuals report feeling a reluctance to return, especially if they experience a sense of peace and well-being during the NDE. It is important to note that NDEs are subjective experiences and vary from person to person. Cultural, religious, and personal interpretation play a significant role in how these experiences are understood and communicated. While some see these experiences as evidence of an afterlife or spiritual planes, others seek scientific explanations for the phenomena observed during NDEs. Many people describe a feeling of deep peace and tranquility during an NDE. The absence of physical pain is often highlighted, providing a significant contrast to the conditions that led to the near-death situation. One of the most characteristic elements is the sensation of leaving the body. People report observing their own bodies and the surrounding environment from an external perspective. This experience may involve floating in the air and observing surrounding activities, including medical procedures. Many accounts mention the experience of traveling through a tunnel toward a bright light at the end. The tunnel and light are often described as comforting and welcoming elements, conveying a feeling of serenity. Some people report encountering deceased family members, friends, or spiritual figures during their NDEs. These encounters can evoke intense emotions and offer a sense of connection with the afterlife. During an NDE, some people claim to undergo a life review. They can watch meaningful moments, good and bad, and experience a deep understanding of the impact of their actions on others. Many reports include the feeling of having a choice between returning to life or remaining in the afterlife state. Some individuals mention hesitation about returning, especially if they experience a sense of peace and acceptance during the NDE. Some people report heightened senses during an NDE, such as panoramic vision, increased hearing, and a feeling of mental clarity. These heightened sensory experiences contribute to the unique and surreal nature of the NDE. Some accounts include the description of physical boundaries, such as doors or barriers, that represent the boundary between life and death. These symbolic elements can be interpreted as crucial choices to be made during the experience. Many people who experience an NDE report an intense feeling of peace, love, and unconditional acceptance. They describe this feeling as something beyond human understanding and say it makes them feel connected to something bigger. Encountering deceased family members, friends, or even pets is a common part of NDEs. These encounters often convey comfort and provide a sense of reunion. Some people mention that communications during these encounters are telepathic, transcendental, and full of mutual understanding. During life review, individuals report that they have the opportunity to examine significant events in their life. This is not usually accompanied by harsh judgment, but rather by a deep understanding of the consequences of one's actions. Some people describe the experience as a learning experience for spiritual growth. The sensation of leaving the physical body and observing events from an out-of-body perspective is a distinctive feature. Panoramic vision is often mentioned, where details of the environment can be perceived simultaneously without physical restrictions. Some NDEs include a deep understanding of the interconnectedness between all beings and universal energy. This often results in a transformation in personal beliefs and values, with a deeper appreciation for life and the importance of love and compassion. In some cases, people who experience NDEs claim to have glimpsed future events. These predictions can vary in scope, from personal events to broader visions of humanity's destiny. Many individuals who experience an NDE express frustration when trying to communicate the totality of their experience. They describe the limitation of human language to convey the intensity, complexity, and deep meaning of these experiences. NDEs often result in a significant transformation in people's lives. Individuals report changes in their life perspectives, values, priorities, and interpersonal relationships. This transformation is often described as a spiritual journey or awakening. Despite advances in understanding certain aspects of NDEs, many doubts still persist. It highlights the importance of questions in the search for scientific understanding and mentions that the nature of what happens after death can remain a mystery. So if you like the content, please smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next videos. Bye!